Now, like I said in my last video about this, if I make another video on this famous Dex situation, it'll be me highlighting the positive changes he's made in his life, and as you can see from the title, those positive changes have finally come to fruition. Famous Dex has officially checked into rehab, so yeah. Let's talk about it. Now, things obviously haven't been looking too good for Famous Dex as of late. We all saw that photo of him where he looked extremely sick. Obviously, that was as a result of the drugs. The state of Famous Dex was alarming to say the least. A lot of us were showing our support on social media, praying and hoping that he gets the help he so much deserves before it's too late. I've of course talked about this multiple times in the past, made a couple videos on it. I've talked about the fact that drugs were the reason why Famous Dex got left behind and simply couldn't keep up with all of his peers, specifically from Chicago because that's where he's from. We've seen him nodding out twice on Instagram Live. We've seen his state deteriorating in front of our eyes, and we've also seen how powerful we as a culture can be if we only stay united. In this Famous Dex case, the amount of people who showed support to Dex is really dope to see. Obviously, the guy hasn't been doing too well at all. He needed every bit of encouragement he could get. As of yesterday though, it's actually been confirmed that he's officially checked into rehab. This news was brought to the surface by a hip-hop outlet by the name of All Hip Hop. They've done one other interview with him in the past that I know of, but they got the exclusive scoop on this one. But yeah, Dexter has now entered rehab, way overdue for sure, and I wasn't expecting it to go down this soon since we did see him getting a little bit angry with people saying get help, get help. So obviously, initially at least, he was clearly in denial, but something must have changed. Maybe he had some kind of epiphany, realized that his life is literally on a line, and this one decision to go or to not go to rehab could either make him or break him. Regardless of that, it's a very beautiful thing to see. Shout out to Annalie Chapa for speaking out about this. Shout out to John Gabbana, formerly known as Boonk, for speaking a little bit of optimism into Dexter's situation. And also, shout out to Rich the Kid for standing right beside his friend, Dexter, and being there for him during this time. The reason why I like this so much is because a lot of guys will be the first ones to show up as soon as you're ready to pop the bottles, celebrate the success, all that, but they're also the first ones to dip when you're going through a tough time like Dex is. And yes, that's a little subliminal to some of my old, quote-unquote homies. Anyway, y'all can suck it. Most importantly of all though, shout out to you. I feel like us coming together, wanting the best for him, unapologetically speaking out about this, desperately wanting to see him do better is what made this possible. Famous Dex had a lot of pressure on him to get himself together for the sake of his family and most importantly of all, his fans. I want you to realize that this could have been one of those situations where we might have turned on the news and Famous Dex gone at 27 could have been the outcome. We've seen this happen in the past, ain't nothing new, but now it looks like things will hopefully end on a more positive note. At the end of the day, that's all I wanted, so this is a huge W in my book. But yeah, Famous Dex has now been checked into rehab. Thank God, man. Thank the Lord. Whew. What do you think about this? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Let's have a discussion about this.